Hello, everybody. If you're watching this, either A, you're curious about something that you don't know, or B, which is most likely, you're a fellow Crystal of Atlan player. If you are a fellow Crystal of Atlan player, you know that there are problems in this game. There are many problems, and honestly, it really hurts the game to a large scale. And in today's video, I want to discuss some of the ways that we can save Crystal of Atlan. Because while Crystal of Atlan is not dead, as you can see, there are people chatting. Most of it's just recruitment stuff. You got people chatting, asking for recruitment. I'm not going to read everything. You got guilds that are still active. You got, of course, let me go to the main hub area. Because the way you can measure if like the game's dead or not is like go to the main hub area, which is this strip, and you can see some people. Of course, this is just one server as well. If we go to the maps and we go to channels, smooth, 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 and then there was one that's actually crowded. So it's not dead. However, I do believe in some aspects that it is dying. So let's get started. The first way that Crystal of Atlan suffers is a pretty big one. I've talked about it many times. Other players will talk about it multiple times as well. That is the upgrade system. Now, just in case you don't know what I'm going to be talking about, the upgrade system, this is the blacksmith. His name's Glenn. Right now, I'm trying to get on the good side, so I'm going to say I love Glenn. We have a complicated relationship. You know, if you don't know, this is where you go to enhance your gear from 10 and above for stuff. You can also craft gear. And of course, you're going to have to get friendly and well acquainted with Glenn. As you know, if you're a player, gear from 11 to 15 has a system in place that I'll go over to it. So here's my level 13 Dragon Spirit breastplate. As you can see, there's increased stats. You see the 13 to 14, but underneath where you put in your catalyst and your gear that you need to upgrade it, you see a 20% success rate. And then in quotations, enhancement level -1 upon failure. This minus failure system is only for 11 to 15. Once you hit 15, I'll show you. Once you hit 15, as you can see in the brackets, it says the same 20% success rate, but if failed, the amplification process will reset. Now that means the star system that comes when you reach level 15. Once you hit level 15, it will never go back down to anything below 15. You are safe from the -1 level upon failure. That failure system is only from 11 to 15. So technically it's 11 to 14. But like the 14 to 15 jump also counts. This system is absolutely ridiculous because it's only here from 11 to 15. It is not seen ever again once you hit 15. Going up to 11, it is never stated to be a thing. It's just something that just randomly popped up once you hit 11 and you understand the real hell of this game. I'm going to try to stop, not stop cursing, but not curse as much in this video. So basically, this system gatekeeps everybody. Even if you do pay, you're getting gatekept. It's all RNG. The only difference paying does is give you a higher percent to succeed because you can buy catalysts from the shop. You can get potents, you can get regulars to craft into stables. Of course, stables. So you take these regular catalysts, and then you come over to here, any bench actually, and you can create stables. Now, what stables do is if you are trying from 11 to 13, your gear will not go down if you have a stable in that slot for catalysts. It will not go down. That's why from 11 to 13, always, always, always use a stable. If you're not using a stable, what is wrong with you? You're going to have gear fail on you more times than succeed. But as I've said before, that only goes up to 13. There is no safety net from 13 up. You have to get very lucky. It's all RNG. So even if you get to a 13, which you can get tickets, you can get 13 and 14 voucher tickets. Even if you get there, even if you're paying, you still have to face the music that you could be unlucky. And the thing is, you need to upgrade your gear to get stronger. It's kind of obvious that that is how it works. And people will start focusing on their weapons. Well, here's the caveat. Once you get to a certain point with your weapon, you have to have a certain number on your book. What does that mean? As you can see here, I have 156 on my book. If I get to a certain level with my weapon, I'll need to boost this number up to continue going with my weapon. Now, how do you boost that number? By boosting the levels of other pieces of your gear. If these things go up, that number goes up, and then you can keep going to there. It's very important. So even if you are focusing on your weapon, doing good with your weapon, say you got up to 15 or higher, eventually you're going to have to face the system and try and get your stuff to 15. It's all luck. It's all luck though. The thing that all of us players hate is that it feels very, very one-sided. Now, there's an easy way to fix this. There are multiple easy ways to actually fix this. The first way of fixing this problem is option A. Option A is to just take out that system. Remove the -1 gear upon failure. You could fully remove it, or, as I've stated in the past and other people seem to have agreed, implement a 2-star system. Now, if you don't understand what a 2-star system is, as you saw with 15, by 15, from 15 to 18, you have these star things. So you can see the 15 over here, and below that 15 there's like these diamonds. These are stars. You need to have all these stars light up, and then you can go and get a chance to get from 15 to 16. If you fail 15 to 16, you get a fail safe. The max number of fail safes is 6. After 6, it's a guarantee that you're going to the next level. There is a caveat, like a pity system, right? So if you keep failing this, then you see that number out of 6. Right now it's a 0 out of 6. If I were to press it and fail, it would say 1 out of 6 and keep going to 6 out of 6. And then it's a guaranteed going up to the star. If I fail that star, then if you look at the second row down here, where it says 0 out of 6, that middle row, that would have a 1 out of 6, and will keep going. If I keep failing on that one, it'll go all the way to 6 out of 6. And do the same thing. If I go to the third line, then the second line is going to reset, but the third line is going to have a 1 out of 6. And it'll keep going until either 6 out of 6 or you get lucky and you go up. Again, it's all luck, it's all RNG, which makes it terrible. The only caveat is once you're 15, you don't have to worry about going back down. I don't mind the star system. 4-star system for 18 and above to like 20. At 20, I believe it's a 5-star system. Is hell. It's hell. It really is. There's no other way of saying it. It's a pain. I had 17 million before filming this. I don't have a single failsafe, and I put more than 17 million into this thing. I have put probably a billion gold into my weapon, and higher people have probably put billions upon billions of gold into their weapon. As you can see, I got a 3 out of 6 for the bottom line, which is not great, but also like not the worst. It's progress. It's just very unlucky progress. Another thing that we could do to fix this, like I said, for option A, either get rid of it entirely, or B, you can implement a 2-star system. 2-star system would probably be the best, in my opinion, because it will help people understand the star system easier. Once you hit 15, star system comes out of nowhere, and most new people, they're not going to understand how it works fully. I know that I didn't understand it until it was explained fully to me how it worked. People are going to be asking questions of how it will work. 2-star system will help you understand it better, while also asking questions from experienced players how to get it. Won't be as much of a shell shock seeing 2-star, then 3-star, then 4-star, then 5-star. Another thing that you can do is extend the range of the safety net for catalysts. As I said before, stable catalysts, they go from 11 to 13. Instead of ending at 13, have that go all the way to 14. Have that go all the way to 14. Implement it so it's a lot safer. Now, this way, yes, I understand. If you do this, how I'm saying this way, you will have a lot more OP players. I understand that. But this way will also help you not get gatekept so bad that you fall behind those players even more. Are people going to be stronger than you? Yes. Anyone who spends is going to be stronger than you. It's a fact of life. When you play PvP games that rely on transactions and other stuff like that, it's always who spends the most will usually, statistically, and in my experience, beat you up more times than you beat them up. But like I've said, it won't keep you behind everybody as long as this system does. Because I've been trying and trying and trying, and every time that I make one step forward, I get 2 steps back. I've had multiple instances where I have gotten a thing to 14, and then I waited, and then I go and I try it, and it fails and goes to 13, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna, try my luck and try and get it back to 14. Oh no, it didn't go. So then you pop in the stables, and then he takes like 7 stables from you. If you're unlucky, even more than 7 stables. My one friend had 50 stables taken from him. 50. That's terrible luck. The system is terrible. Everybody hates it. Nobody likes it. Everybody complains about it, even the whales in this game. If you don't know what a whale is, that's people that spend money, a large amount of money, I should say, It's a large amount of money on a video game to be a super high ranking, strong numbered player. Even they hate the system. Even they get shafted, for a lack of better words, by the system. So that's the first thing that we can do, we can change to save this game. The second thing that we can do to save this game is PvP. When I was in the arena, and if you don't know what arena is, you go into a gameplay screen and go into ranked match. This is what we call the arena. As you can see, there are ranks at the bottom from bronze to legend, and you climb up, and the further you climb, you get PvP arena gear. I have all purple. And if you went higher, then if you went up to diamond, you get pink gear. All right, you still with me? Pink gear, I believe, is the highest for arena PvP gear. Okay. Now, a good PvP system would make it so that no diamond would be able to fight a person with gold gear. Why? Because even if they're terrible, chances are, I'm not saying it's impossible because I have beaten diamond players before. Very rarely, I will add. I have beaten them, but usually it's an unfair advantage for them to have pink gear and just wipe the floor with you. They will wipe the floor with you because unfortunately purple gear, while better than nothing, is not as good as a full set of pink gear. They will crush you. It's not fair. It's just not fair to go up against a person in that arena. And there's more problems than just arena PvP. I'm talking about all PvP in general. Right now, we got Mine Wars, which is a fleet versus fleet event. It's one of the fleet versus fleet events. Let me just go. Here we are. Mine Wars, this is the official event page. We have a semi-good opponent against us right now. Like, evenly matched. The problem that I have is that they will put you against a fleet like Sanguine 1, which is an OP fleet. It's heavily populated with players, and it also has the strongest players. We're talking about everybody practically having 60k and up, like 65k and up. Pretty much everybody. A server like ours has no chance. Also, I'm gonna have to talk about servers because I'm gonna be honest with you. Our server is not doing well. And it's not just our server. There are multiple servers out there where it's practically a ghost town. Do people play on the servers? Yes, but the population is more dead accounts than active accounts. And that's sad, but it's also unfair because you don't have the numbers for Mine Wars, for events like Mine Wars. And you just go, oh, well, just get stronger. It doesn't matter how strong you are, numbers will always win. Why is that? Because multiple people could chain lock you and stun you into a combo. And no matter how strong you are, you can't do anything. You can't use that strength if you're unable to fight back. 5v1 statistically will always win. Statistically, more times than losing a 5v1. That's not fair. Being put up against other players that just completely wipe the floor with you. And it sounds like I'm crying, like whining and complaining, like I got my ass beat. It's it's not that. It's just I'm here talking about it from other players' perspectives because I have talked with other players. Other players have said how bad it is. It makes them not want to do PvP, which is a large portion of this game. They focus on PvE, which is also part of the game, but not as big and not as like heavily supported by the devs. It's sad when you hear people that you enjoy playing with say like it makes them want to quit. And many people have quit. Many people have quit this game. People who started this game loving it, enjoying it, having so much fun, they quit. Now, I understand that people quit regardless of whether a game is good or not because time, time they move on to the next big thing, it's bound to happen. This isn't the case though. The case is there are things about the game that people don't like and they feel ignored. That's the big problem. They feel ignored. And even when things are addressed, it's kind of like brushed off. There's multiple videos criticizing the upgrade system. Yet there's never any word on the game from the devs saying we understand the problem and we are going to be looking for a way to fix it. Now, I don't know about their social media because I'm not on social media. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I can tell you from just playing the game, they don't address it. The only time they really addressed something was the big backlash that they received from the Digimon event, how PlayStation did not get the Digimon event because the licensing and copyright fell through. That's why we didn't get the Digimon event for PlayStation. PC and mobile did. We did not. And they compensated us with 50 of the special gem pools. We got 50 of these yellow things, orange things. Sorry. So I feel like we really need to keep hammering that as a community, as like a gaming community. I feel like if we really want to fix that problem or any problem in this game, we really have to like hammer it to them and tell them like stop focusing on other stuff and fix this. Also, while talking about events, I do appreciate the events, and it's going to sound like I'm trying to be criticizing them. I'm not just trying to bash them, right? I'm not saying that everything they do is bad. No. They try, and sometimes they actually do pretty good stuff. Such as Nexum. I love Nexum. Nexum is fun. I always love Nexum. I love the mechanics for raids that they do. It's just there's other things also that is god awful. If we talk about raids again, I know I just said I love raids, but there are problems with raids. Every time that a new raid comes out, it's almost impossible for people to complete until the buffs and other stuff come out. The only people that are clearing that day one is the super whales. Which is, obvious, but the thing is, usually for certain things, you might get rewarded with special items, like a statue in the Hall of Fame, is what I like to call it. I call it the Hall of Fame. lower level people are never going to have a chance at getting a statue because that's for the Omega whales. They will be clearing it day one. And if you're not an Omega whale, you're going to be waiting until half the buffs are probably given to your server to help you. Nerfs or something. I don't know what to call it. So that's another thing that's bad. But as I was talking about with events, the events are really lackluster. For instance, we had a One Punch Man collaboration. One Punch Man. One Punch Man is so good, you know? Everybody was excited for One Punch Man. You had an event which lasted less than 5 minutes for completing your daily thing for the event. And One Punch Man, Saitama, who's the main character of One Punch Man, shows up for only like the last 10 seconds in a cutscene. The only other time you saw Saitama was for a paid transformation skin, which nobody uses. So you can see what I mean by lackluster. That aspect was lackluster and a lot of people were disappointed by it. There was also the whole debacle with the Tatsumaki pet. I doubt I could find a character. Actually, I'll go look at one of my friends. No, Naz doesn't have it. Does Comedy have it? Here it is. It's called Terrible Tornado, but that's Tatsumaki. Looks like a cool character, you know? Pet skills, you know. Does some stuff. You know, pretty good, pretty good. That pet that I just showed you, $50. Actually, with tax, it's probably closer to $53. Because this game's weird. I don't know if it's the tariffs for me or not, but everything's like $2 more for these things. So like if you go into top up and you want to buy this 100 quote unquote dollar pack, yeah, that's actually like 102 to 103-ish dollars. It's always more than what you think it would be. The prices for certain things is ridiculous. And here's the really ridiculous thing. If a $50 pet didn't make you mad, this will. They nerfed that pet after day one. And they didn't tell anybody. And when they got backlash for it, they sent out a small memo saying that it was a communication error. If I remember correctly. So the way to fix this is just take your time with collaborations and make them actually worthwhile special collaborations. It always feels lackluster or bare bones for collaborations, and it sucks so much to have it be that way. Because like One Punch Man, everybody was excited. Digimon, a lot of people were excited. A lot of people were angry that what happened with PlayStation. Take your time to build a worthy collaboration event. Something that rewards people for their time and patience. Don't feel like you're doing a cookie cutter, we gotta get this out quick type thing. Take your time with it. In fact, I respect you more if you like take your time to craft something that's actually really, really good. And also, don't make it all about a cash grab. The $50 pet, Jesus, you don't need a $50 pet, man. And then we had the mount summons the same day, which were One Punch Man themed. So we had Genos and Tatsumaki board. Sorry, Fubuki board. It's just cash grab. It just screams cash grab to me. So make it more about the players instead of lining your pockets. I get that you need money to fund the game. I get that you need money to make changes. I get that. I am not stupid to know that you need money to do things. I know that it takes time to do things. I know that a fix is not going to come the next day like that, right? It takes time to program, animate, change. Hell, doing this takes time. Climbing the stairs, I understand. I understand how much it takes to do that. I understand how much effort goes into that. 100%. It's a lot harder than people think it is. Well, not hard, but more complex than what people think it is. But the thing is, we've had so many other updates that came out, so many stupid changes that honestly we don't need fixed. And it kind of goes into another rant where it's like they fix things that we don't need fixed. There is one problem that has happened nonstop for months. There is a glitch that sometimes affects players. I've had it affect me multiple times. I know other players have had it happen multiple times too, where you're in Mine Wars or Ancient Battlefield. You need to know who you're fighting. And this one glitch takes away all names of the enemy team. So basically you're fighting blind. It would be like me. As you can see, my name is above my head, and I got my moniker, and I got my title. Imagine if there was like a giant black sensor bar on that. It's not even a giant black sensor bar, but this is the best way of describing it. Imagine if someone just took a napkin and just wiped that away and there's nothing there. That's the glitch. There's also another glitch that I've heard rumored, I've never experienced, where the skills black out. So you don't know what skills are cooling down and what skills are ready. That throws off people's rotation. Those are two glitches that should be the top priority fixes. Not buffing characters, and you've buffed a lot of characters. These are just some of the issues that are plaguing this game, which is killing this game. Sometimes slowly, sometimes quickly. I've seen people go quick and I've seen people leave gradually. This game isn't dead, but it is suffering because the devs are doing things that honestly hurt this game. And again, it's not me trying to bash the devs 24/7. I'm not here just to spew hate. I'm here to give criticism and solutions. Keyword, giving solutions to help you fix the problem. If you implemented everything I did talk about, you are still making profit. You will still make profit. The star system will gladly do that. People will buy many pounds of gold for the star system. You're still making profit. It's not going to be, it's not going to ruin your revenue at all. So please, please, devs, if you're out there, other players, if you're out there watching this, please, I implore you, either if you're a dev, take this to heart, not in a negative way, but as I said, as a criticism for certain things with a solution to fix them. I'm giving solutions because I love this game. I like this game. And I want this game to keep thriving. I want you to fix these things, take them to whoever it is that authorizes this, and label them as a priority. If you're a player, if there's a problem in this game, and by golly, there are many of them, unite and really, really point out that this problem needs to be fixed. Because we have proven that if we keep together and keep talking about this and make it so it's unavoidable anymore, that they will step in and fix things. I'm not calling to violence. No violence. I am not endorsing violence, but I am calling action. We as a player-based community need to stand together to have changes done that affect everybody for the better. It's what we need. So I implore you guys to show this to people if they have the same thoughts that I do. I know that other players do feel the same way that I do. Share this to a dev. Share this to your what's it called? The star system. There's this club membership, star membership thing for this game where you have a direct line to a dev or a programmer or something like that. You have direct line to them. Share it to them. Tell them about it. Tell them about your problems, things that they need to fix, things that they should prioritize. Really hammer it in to the point where it's all they ever hear about anymore. If you have any other suggestions that should be fixed in this game, kindly, I ask you to leave it down below. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on problems that you experience in this game, things that they should fix that aren't addressed, things that would make the game a lot better for people in this game. If you also enjoyed this video, please give it a like, because it will help push this video out to more people so we can be more united on this front. Again, no violence. I do not want people sending anything malicious, harmful, etc. to anybody. I am not asking that. I'm just asking us to stand together and actually voice our opinion so it can't be ignored anymore. Make them realize that this is a top priority type thing. Because if we don't do that, it'll never get fixed. And if it's the longer it goes unfixed, the more we're going to see players turn off this game, delete it, go somewhere else, dwindle faster and faster. So I want to end this video with a message to the devs. Sorry. The ball's in your court. You can either work with us to fix this game and keep it longer, help me help you type situation, or you can sit back and watch it burn. The choice is yours.